Welcome to Theater Talks. I'm Gina Phillips, my pronouns are she, her, and I am a teaching artist with Roundabout Theater Company.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Walker. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a teaching artist at New York Theater Workshop.
And we are so excited to talk about Nathan Allen Davis's The Refuge Plays, which we should mention that you and I are here from two different organizations because Roundabout is producing The Refuge Plays in association with New York Theater Workshop. So we've got some uptown, downtown collab. We love to see it.
Love a good collaboration.
Yeah.
Yes. And we'll be talking about what we're most excited to see in this production as both audience members and artists.
Yeah, totally. And this piece is pretty fresh to us because we just read the script and we haven't seen it yet. And the actors and creative team and designers just got into rehearsal this week. So we're hoping that our viewers will walk away from this conversation that we have with their own wonderings and curiosities about the piece and the production.
Yes. So Gina, let's just start by sharing a bit of information about the director and playwright of this beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Nathan Allen Davis, the playwright, he's making his Roundabout debut with The Refuge Plays. His past work includes The High Ground as well as Nat Turner in Jerusalem, which was his off-Broadway debut at New York Theater Workshop.
And directing is the Patricia McGregor. She is the artistic director of New York Theater Workshop. She was most recently at Roundabout in 2015 with Lindsay Ferrantino's Ugly Lies the Bone. And you may also know her from directing that play called, I think it's called Hamlet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the Public Theater.
We should also mention that these two artists have been collaborating for a very long time. I mean, more than 7 years.
Yeah.
Patricia McGregor and Nathan Allen Davis have wanted to bring this play to the stage, and considering how far back this collaboration goes, it's truly exciting that we're at the culmination, that they've begun rehearsals. We're just so excited to see this play.
Yeah, totally. Let's talk about the play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we won't share any spoilers. Of course, we're not monsters. We just want to share enough to get folks excited. The Refuge Plays are a trilogy that center on a Black family living in a remote forest in southern Illinois. This includes 5 generations because we have ghosts.
Gotta include the ghosts.
Oh, one could never exclude the ghosts,
Truly.
right? We have births, deaths, visitations, premonitions, happenings, family secrets. There's so much going on in this play. It never feels overwhelming, though. It is all so beautifully woven together, and there are so many impressions one could have. But Gina, I mean, what was one of your impressions after you read the script?
Yeah, like you're saying, Kimberly, there's so much inside of these 3 plays. And as I was reading this piece that deals in these massive themes of, you know, liminality and mortality and birth and death and legacy and ancestry, I was surprised to find myself truly cackling at a loud volume in my apartment because Davis and the characters that he creates are working through these stories with so much disarming humor that is like truly irresistible, I found.
Absolutely. I had a few belly laughs myself as I
Truly.
was reading it. One of the things that I absolutely love about these plays is the way that the generations appear, the way that they interact, right?
Yes.
So, you know, we mentioned earlier, there are 5 generations of this one family, some of whom are no longer in the land of the living, and yet they're very present. They're present in the home, they're present outside of the home in this forest, and it's just so wonderful to see these rituals that repeat over generations and to see the relationships that remain intact with ancestors, with the folks that we sometimes consider, you know, how do we call them into a space? Well, in these plays, they're in the space. And there's this amazing warmth and kind of just, oh yeah, it's almost matter of fact.
Yeah, totally.
It's like, oh, hi.
Hey, Grandpa,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Right, see you tomorrow, have a good day.
Yeah,
What?
totally.
But it drew me in, it was amazing.
There's that humor, too.
Definitely, which is just so unique to families,
Yes.
right? Like all of these perhaps heavy themes, but throughout, and sometimes in moments where things are really serious, you'll have a character that says or does something, and then immediately belly laugh or cackle, as you said earlier,
yes.
right? It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
So given that we are both teaching artists, we're artists, right? What are you most looking forward to experiencing when you come into the theater and you're going to see the production?
Yes, I love that question. I'm so excited to see this play, and I am gonna flip the question a little bit and tell you about what I'm excited to hear in this play. My artistry is songwriter and composer of new musicals, so I'm really thrilled to discover what this play sounds like. Like we were talking about, it's set in a secluded, remote place that isn't quite the real world, where like strange and magical things can happen. But at the same time, Davis does this thing where we're constantly reminded of the quote real world that's just on the edges of this world that the characters occupy. So I'll be really interested to hear how that liminality is expressed through sound design. And also, we were talking about ancestry and ritual, and song and music also appear in this piece. And song and music, I know in my family, are ways that we pass information down to each other, and it's like a time-honored tradition, right, of doing this. So it'll be really interesting to hear how Imani Uzuri and Mark Anthony Thompson, who are the sound and music team on this piece, bring that sonic world to life for us. How about you? What are you excited to see?
Oh my goodness. Well, since this trilogy of plays move us back in time, we start in the present day, right? There are characters that we first encounter when they're what some folks in my family would call seasoned travelers or senior citizens, right? People are grandparents, great-grandparents.
Yeah.
And then we see them later on. We see them in perhaps their prime. We see them when they're very young. And so getting to peel back those layers, just, oh my goodness, as an actor, I think about memory and the memories that my characters hold at all times. But this way, through these three plays, we're going to get to see these characters who are living with the knowledge that bodily and sort of, oh gosh, the memory in the mind and the body of things that have already happened to them.
Yes.
But then we're going to see in later plays those things as they happen.
Yes.
And we get to find out what are these ripples across generations and across time. And you know, we get to be there at the beginning, but we start at the end, and that's fascinating. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we start at the end. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see that embodied. I love that. Well, with all of that in mind, we'd love to offer a reflection question to our viewers. And I want to give a little bit of context for this. In a recent interview with roundabout teaching artist Leah Reddy, the playwright Nathan Allen Davis talks about how a deep part of writing this piece is, and I'm going to quote him here, how we contextualize ourselves across generations. So in the spirit of that, we want to ask our viewers, how do you contextualize yourself across the generations of your own family? And that can be biological or chosen family. In other words, how does the narrative of your ancestry show up in your day-to-day life? So we invite our viewers to hold that question and take it with them as they form their own impressions and thoughts about this very rich piece.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We are so excited for you to see this play. In the meantime, if you would like more information, for those of you insight seekers out there, we invite you to check out our Upstage guide.
That's right. Thank you for chatting with me, Kimberly. It's
Thank
been
you
really
so
lovely.
much. It's fun to come uptown.
Yes. See you at the theater.